welcome to Sexually Educated. I'm your host, Amber Rose Bentley.
And I am Brandon Storms.
And Cherish will probably be joining us later. So tonight we're going to talk about some Valentine's stuff, you know, all that lovey-dovey emotional
So
crap.
sweet.
Yeah,
So
oh my
sweet.
gosh, yeah. I'm in love, yeah. Okay, all that cool stuff. Anyways, but we're going to start off by talking about, obviously, a relevant sex event, because that's what we do.
Yes.
We're going to talk about a study that was done at the University of Washington. It was a longitudinal study, which means that it took place over a long
period of time.
Thank you for finishing my sentence, because I couldn't. Thank you. I need you here.
That's-
That's what you're here for.
That's why we're friends.
Yeah, pound that. Okay,
Pound that?
Oh, wow.
What?
Awkward. Anyways, the study was taken from the late 80s to the early 90s, and it was done with like people, and they stopped the study when the adults were 24. They spent millions of dollars trying to find out if there's ways, obviously, for sex education, prevention, whatever, what causes STDs or sexually risky behavior. They found out, oh my gosh, guess what? It has a lot to do with parenting. Wow, that's crazy.
Who would have thought it's how you raise your kids?
Exactly. They said the efforts to prevent sex,
Groundbreaking.
efforts to prevent risky sexual behavior and STDs should start way before they have actual sex. Friends monitoring who their friends are. If their friends are like rebellious and they get in trouble at school a lot or with the police and stuff like that, they're more likely, one, to get STDs, and two, to actually get into the risky behavior early. And then in this study, it was done on 2,000 participants. Over the years, they found that 1/3 of them had an STD. 1/3 of the kids that had sex over the age of 15 or under the age of 15. So 1/3 of the kids that had sex under the age of 15 ended up contracting an STD at some point.
Nice.
And that was only 16% for those that didn't.
Wow, that's a pretty
heavy
half.
difference. Yeah, that's a heavy difference, right?
Yeah, that's half. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, you should know. Okay, so this is what one of the researchers or one of the people said. We spent millions of dollars with little success on teaching adolescents that abstinence until marriage is best. Instead, most teenagers do end up having sex, and we would be better off spending that money preparing them to make healthy and responsible choices. Gosh, it's not like I say this all the time or anything. Not at all, right?
No, not at all.
No, but yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this multiple times.
Yeah, all the time.
Well,
But there's just new studies all the time proving that I'm right. I mean, not that I always think I'm right, but I am. I mean, I'd like to say 95% of the time.
She's so modest.
I know, right? She thinks she's so awesome.
I know.
I think. Let's correct this. I think I'm so awesome, or I am so awesome.
You are so awesome.
But I also know I'm so awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Anyways, she recommended preventing efforts that take into account family dynamics and youth development.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you think about it logically, like look at
It's about how you're raised, obviously.
If you think back to high school about the girls that were getting down early, think about where they are now in life.
Issues.
I mean, not even daddy issues, just shitty parents. I mean, obviously, but think about where they are now. Like how many girls, I always say that, I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't freaking hit my peak in high school, because those girls are like, all have like 10 kids. They're all like living shitty lives. Like high school was the best time of my life.
Oh my God. The first girl that I ever did any sexual action with, like, she was at the time, she was like I guess I thought she was like put together, like her as an individual, but she came from a really messed up family. Like now her like brother's in prison, and she's like she's like nothing now. And this is a girl like from middle school.
Yeah.
Very first girl I ever hooked up with. But I do look back at high school, and I look back at all the girls, and I'm like, damn, like most of them were kind of like messed up in the head. Like some of them are on drugs now. Like some of them live productive lives.
Yeah, some. I mean,
not everybody, but yeah, a lot
as
of the
the study
girls,
said, 1/3.
Yeah, as long like a lot of the girls early that I hooked up with when I was younger, I can like I'm going through my head. I'm like, damn, that's actually pretty true.
Yeah, no,
That's crazy.
And then the STD thing too. You're like, wow.
Yeah, I can't say I ever caught an STD, but that's.
I mean, not that you're willing to admit on TV or on camera.
I mean, that's crazy. I don't know.
He's like, yeah, well, I had one secretly, but let me not tell everyone. And their mom.
Can we not? All right, this conversation's over.
Yeah.
No, never had an STD.
That was just conscience
I mean that.
speaking.
I
Yeah,
mean that.
right?
No, I mean that. I promise.
Someone had the clap when I was in high school. And listen, I'm not, and it was one of my
And
friends.
who found out?
Okay, everyone.
Oh,
But it was one of my friends. I'm not gonna say I was the nicest person in high school. I'm way nicer now. You know, I'm a grown up now. Anyways, so me and Cherish would be the only person I did this with, but we used to clap at parties sometimes. When she would go.
Such a
That's-
bitch.
But listen,
It's awful.
when she would go home with new guys, we would always clap. We would just do it to each other because, like, come on, like, you know, you've already had it a couple times, so we'd just be like, and Cherish would just look at me and she'd be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Like, you know, we knew what it was. And we're like, she's going home with that guy tonight. She's about to get
Doesn't
some,
even. He has no idea.
and he has no idea
No
what he's
idea
about
at
to
all.
contract. No, but I mean, I you know, the funny thing is, the weird, funny, not funny at all, actually, it's disgusting. A lot of the people I know that get STDs, like, and that they get them again and again, and like, they don't do anything. They keep not using protection. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, who does this? Who thinks this
I guess,
is okay?
which is crazy because like there's a lot of bacterial STDs that go around. That's like the more common. It's not necessarily like the viruses. Like,
Yay, our beautiful partners here.
oh my gosh, you're so Valentine's Day out. It's beautiful.
Okay, what were you saying?
But like, there's such a common, like, STDs, when it comes to STDs, is bacterial infections that are common. But like what people don't realize is that, like, yeah, you can keep like contracting that, but eventually you're gonna get something that you can't get rid of.
Well, you know, that's the other
You know
thing.
what I'm saying? It's like
HIV.
Yeah, exactly. And
HIV, HPV, warts, like that stuff doesn't go away.
Herpes.
Like, herpes, you're stuck with that shit.
You're
the
stuck
rest of
with
your
that for life, yeah.
Like that would suck.
whatever happens in Tampa stays in Tampa, unless you get herpes. That shit never
unless
leaves.
you get herpes. for
Unless
sure.
you get herpes. No, but I mean, that's serious. We're just talking about a new study that says everything I always say, your environment, how you raise your child has everything to do with, they need to do prevention, all that fun stuff for sex programs. Pretty much what I say all the time. But there was a study that proves it. The crazy awesome, yeah.
I feel like
That's
it's just
good.
common
And also, I
sense,
think-
too.
Isn't it like, hey, telling you like, hey, by the way, don't have sex. Okay, that's and if you wait till you're married to have sex. Okay,
yeah, I'd probably say, fuck
Yeah.
off. Like, screw off.
yeah, like you're gonna look at me like I'm an idiot. You're gonna look at me like, oh, okay, you're dumb.
There's
But
no way.
how did we think? In what narrow-minded society did we really think this was gonna work? Like, did we really think like, hey, listen, if we tell you to not have sex, you're gonna listen to us because we're the adults.
It's an automatic human like thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like,
You tell someone not to do it, then they want to do it more.
It's a human interaction.
Especially,
That's all
we're
that's all it
talking
is.
about adolescents dealing with grown-ups telling them something. I mean, if I go into school and I tell some kid I put my big titties in his face and I'm like, listen, don't have sex. He's gonna be like, no. But if I'm like, listen, you're gonna have sex, hopefully with a girl with titties like this, and then
Make sure you
use a condom. Yeah, and you know,
You're probably gonna be more accepting to that.
yeah, you would totally be more. You'd be like, okay,
Just think about it. It's like reverse psychology. So like if I tell you not to do something, you're more likely to do it. Like most of the time. Like when you're that age, like if my mom tells me like you have to be home at 9, I'm gonna push every single button to stay out past 9 o'clock.
yeah, exactly. And then I mean, it's just in the environment.
Like-
if your kids are hanging out with the freaking hood rats, yeah, your kid's gonna end up getting pregnant and ending
it's
up
the
a hood rat.
it's the demographics that you grow up into.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Oh wow.
No. So I made the example of like my high school. Like I went to 2 different high schools on 2 totally opposite sides of town, 2 totally different demographics, and like the first high school I went to was on the west side. Like west side's like, you know, like kind of like your normal like lower to middle class, whereas the high school I went to later on in life was upper middle class or super rich people like CEOs of companies and whatnot. There were 2 girls in my like high school I went to later on that got pregnant and they ended up leaving. But it was not uncommon for somebody at my first high school, like on the west side of town, to be pregnant. We probably had 7 or 8 pregnant girls like, when I was in high school.
You have to think about
As
that.
a freshman and a sophomore in high school. Like these were girls that were in my classes. Like that because of the demographics totally different.
Yeah, well, not to get it all like, you know, whatever. But to say things like we're not giving those kids in the upper, the upper tier or whatever, they have parents at home with them. They have parents discussing things with them. They're, involved in school. Their parents are involved in school. They know when they get in trouble because their parents are always there. On the lower class, those parents are working all the time, so they can't attend those school meetings, or they're not home because they're working 2 jobs to be able to go help them with their homework, or the kids aren't involved in school because the kids have to get extra jobs and stuff like that. So we're obviously making this problem for ourselves, and we're not educating these young inner city children into teaching them about this. We're not putting the effort. We're saying don't have sex when sex is all they're seeing.
I think that's true to a point though, because like even though like at the East Side High School where I went to, where the kids are rich and whatnot, they had a lot more freedom, but like the parents are a lot more open about their kids doing things. Like they talked to them about it beforehand. Like there were so many parties I would go to that parents would throw, like with alcohol and like shit, like parents would be there.
But that just goes back to...
But they would talk to their kids like, hey, if you're going to have sex, just make sure you buy condoms. I had a friend in high school, his mom bought him condoms.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to the point. Instead of saying, hey, listen, don't do it. Like go out and buy your kid a box of condoms, like just take care of the fact that, okay, he's 16, 17, 18 years old. It's probably going to happen. He might as well just be protected when he does it. Exactly. Well, my parents, I know one of my brothers, him and his girlfriend come over all the time. They were in high school. My parents are just like, leave the door open, leave the door open, leave the door open. So she was allowed to come over, but he had to leave the door open. But I know they had conversations we talked about sex every once in a while, and they would make jokes and stuff like that. And I remember I don't know if I said this before, but there was a guy that got caught at my house, and it was the middle of the night, and we didn't have sex. I was actually a virgin at the time, but we were so close.
How old were you?
18.
Wow.
I waited because I had a bet too, which one of my friends could wait the longest.
How old were you, Cherish, when you first had sex? 17.
She had it like 2 months before me.
Wow.
Yeah, but anyway, so I was like this close to having sex. I almost let this guy put it in, right? My mom knocks on the door. She's like, I'm like, shit. And I'm like freaking out, and because my dog was going crazy outside because the car or whatever. So my mom's like, Amber, who's here? Amber, unlock the door, Amber. Who's here? Who's here? And I can hear her start to unlock the door because you could do it from the outside. And I'm like, cover up. Like, I was not going to do anything. There was nothing to do. I didn't have a closet. There was nothing that could happen at this point. Yeah, and we were just about to have sex. And all of a sudden she comes in and she's like, what happened? And I was like, I was just, what did I tell her? Oh, we were talking about him and the girl he was breaking up with. I was like, Mom, we weren't doing anything. Look, he still has his shoes on. That was my logic, was like, Mom, he still has his shoes on. Like, obviously we weren't having sex. Obviously.
Because he's getting in my bed with his shoes on. That makes no logical sense whatsoever.
That's okay. So dude leaves my house. He walks out the back door because my mom's like, go out the back door so your dad doesn't see him.
Just like envisioning this in my head.
Yeah. So mom's like, go tell him to go out the back door so your dad doesn't see him. So he walks out the back door, and apparently my dad was sitting on the porch. This is so freaking Hudson redneck. Like, this is how you know where I'm from, with his gun. And he said, you come back on my property, I'll shoot you.
Damn.
I mean, I'm not.
Near.
Yeah. But then the next morning, the point of the story is the next morning, my mom put me on. My mom's like, hey, we're going to get you birth control. And I was like, Mom, I wasn't having sex. Clearly, I didn't have sex. I was about to have sex, but I didn't. She's like, no.
She's not stupid.
Yeah. My mom's like, his shoes were on. Okay. No. But she's like, yeah, we're putting you on birth control. I'm like, well, I wasn't having sex. Da, da, da. And she's like, no. And then my dad walks in, and I'm red. I'm beat red once he walks in. I'm like, and he's like, yeah, you don't have a choice in the thing, you're getting on birth control, da, da, da. And he's like, and I'm like, but I'm not having sex. They're like, no, we believe you. We're just gonna be better safe than sorry. And I was like, oh, okay. Finally, you realize your daughter's freaking boy crazy.
Well, that's like with my sister. She's
God, I hope I never have a girl.
Was she 16?
I think she
was 16 when she lost her.
16?
Was it?
I think she was 16.
I think she was 16 going on. She was almost 17. But and I told my mom plenty of times beforehand, like. Well, I even talked to her, like, being like, you need to talk to Mom, you need to do this, da-da-da-da. And they still didn't put her on her being 16. She still hadn't went to the gynecologist. So.
And having the Collins curse.
So it's like one of those things, like, and then even after it happened, she still hasn't got her on birth control.
Did you tell your sister to go to the health department and put herself on birth control?
I told her that she needs to get it done because she's 17 now, so.
Yeah, she told, like.
Well, her boyfriend's away, so it's not like she can buy him, but.
Oh, what?
There are other boys.
My sister's not like that. She's faithful.
Unlike some women in this world.
Oh, I thought he was going to say room. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, snap.
No, but I seriously, I don't know. I feel like it is common sense. I feel like it's so, how are we this dumb that we don't see this? Like,
what is it harming?
We all, because they think
It's
that,
not.
and they think if we talk about sex, it's going to make it this much bigger. Like, it's like everyone talks about sex all the time.
But people get really weird about it.
People get so weird about it. I talk about sex to everyone,
People
and
get weird
everyone's like,
when people kiss other people. I don't get it.
oh, I mean, it's people are
Okay, there's a
in general.
difference between like giving somebody a kiss and then like being all over each other. Like, I don't know. Like, people are just weird about affection in general.
Yeah, no,
It's a very conservative society.
But at the same time, I think that we're just being idiots because everyone. I mean, if you remember middle school,
it's an elephant in the room, essentially.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're talking about adolescence, you remember when we were in high school and we'd go to those dances and boys would pop boners. Like every boy was popping boners in 7th and 8th grade dances.
Yeah.
We know it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell me these boys are going through puberty. All they're thinking about sex, and you're gonna tell them, you need to wait till you're married.
That's it.
That
That's
could be
all.
yeah, that could be anywhere from, abstinence we should teach abstinence as a choice, but we should also teach the other choices as well.
I mean, kids are hooking up in school. I hooked up in school.
I gave my first blowjob in 8th grade.
I got a blowjob once on like a stage in 7th grade.
Yeah. Oh, I have a great. Okay, so
There was an audience?
No, during no. It was like in the gym room because when you're in middle school and whatnot, the gymnasium's like the stage area, and like
not in my school.
and like
okay.
No, not mine either. But go
yeah,
ahead.
no, like we texted and we met up, and it was like towards the end of the day. But like it was like a daily thing.
Okay. I was hooking up, and there were hallways. Okay, and the hallways in my school were like all like ovaled. Like everything like connected to each other.
See,
but
ours was a square.
Yeah, ours was all circular.
Nice.
My dad taught at the high school. I was in 8th grade, but I was hooking up with a 9th grader. And so we were on like one of like you would walk past a room like to go to a classroom, but you could just walk by and not see anything, but there were mirrors up by every corner. So like there are mirrors up here, whatever. So we're hooking up
so you can see each way?
Yeah, so you can see each way.
Oh, man.
So we're standing in this hallway that you can, like if he was coming from here, he couldn't see, but we were in the hallway. Dude's fingering me, finger blasting the crap out of me in this hallway. All of a sudden I hear like shoes like that sound like high heels, and I'm like shit. So I'm like getting him off of me or whatever, and then I see in the mirror like we're just sitting there and we start talking. It's my dad wore like really like nice shoes to work, so they sounded like high heels. It was my freaking dad walked right past us. We had literally, this kid has my juices on his hand, and my dad walks right by us. He's like, "What are you guys doing over here?" And we're like, "No, we're just talking about the girl he was dating at the time." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, get back to practice or something, Amber." And I was like, "Okay, bye." And I like, it was so weird that I was like,
I don't know if I could ever.
It couldn't have been
know.
anyone
That's
else
weird.
though. It seriously couldn't have been anyone. It was my dad. I was like red. I had to have been red because I could see who it was in the mirror. It's not like I could have done anything at that point. You know what I'm saying? So
You're done.
I'm late. I gotta go.
So I was just like
you're
acting
so
like
done.
so I just like posted up like we were talking. I was like, I did it. Like, and my dad, I don't think he knew what was happening, but dear God, he was so close to seeing it. Like it was one of the closest calls ever. And I was just in school at the time, and I was just like, oh, okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not doing it. Like, I know kids that like got blowjobs in school and shit. Like having sex in the bathrooms, meeting up in the bathrooms. I know kids that are doing it now.
Yeah.
Going out to your car and banging in the middle of the day. Like, we will find a way to have sex if we can. We're adolescents at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your hormones are crazy.
Oh, there was times where my girlfriend and I, we would leave during lunch. Well, my junior year, we had lunch together, and we would leave during lunch, go back to I lived 5 minutes away. I lived right around the corner from my high school.
Yeah, I done that. Yeah, I
So
did.
I mean, everybody's done it. I mean, at least.
If
most
you lived
people.
close enough to the high school,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, let's go back to my.
Even if you've not, you've gone to the gymnasium, you've gone to a locker room, you've gone underneath the bleachers, you've gone in the training room, whatever.
to kiss or whatever.
Yeah, you've met up somewhere, like with someone and hooked up. Like,
And I mean,
it's inevitable.
It was started like hooking up started for me like when I was in 6th grade. Thank God I had like decent parents. I mean, you couldn't tell by the show, but my parents were really good at what they did. No, but they had like I hung out with these like trashy girls in middle school, 6th grade, and one of them had failed 6th grade 2 times.
Wow.
And yeah,
How
like,
do you
it's-
fail 6th grade?
I mean, yeah, I don't know how you fail. But my parents, she was bad news, and my parents were just like, they wouldn't let me stay over their houses and everything like that. And I was so mad. And my mom used to say to me all the time, "You'll thank me when you're older. You'll thank me when you're older." And I was like, And then one of them has like 3 kids now and stuff like that.
There
And
you
she's
go.
absolute trash. And you see on Facebook all the time, she's like, I just want a new baby daddy. And I'm just like, thank God I have good parents. Like,
Yeah, some of the kids that went to my my first high school, I sometimes I look back and I look at them and I'm like, what are you doing? Like what? Like they have like a bunch of kids running around, or they've been married and divorced, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be 24 in November. Like I'm 23 now, and there's no way. There's just no way.
20, yeah, November's a long time
Yeah,
away.
November
I mean,
was. It's 6 months,
yeah, it's more than 6
So
months.
6.5.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so now we'll get to the topic, dating, because it's a Valentine's Day episode. You couldn't tell by our beginning discussion, but that was fun. Anyways, so dating, bad dates, good dates. Have Brandon said he hasn't been on a date ever, pretty much.
Yeah, I know, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so the first 2 relationships I was in through like high school and middle school. Now my last relationship I was in, the very first date that I took this girl on was I took her to Outback Steakhouse. Tell me why I take this girl to Outback Steakhouse, and then literally months later, I found out she was a vegetarian. Yeah, that's probably something I should have asked. Like,
why wouldn't she say
what's your favorite
something though?
She didn't say a word. Didn't say a word.
What'd she
I had
eat?
borrowed my mom's car because I didn't have a car in high school. I had borrowed my mom's Jeep, went and picked her up, took her out to eat, hung out at her house. She gave me a blowjob or whatever. And
She
then
gave me a
I was
blowjob or whatever.
yeah, and then
Well, not total vegetarian. 'Cause she
Yeah.
definitely likes meat.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
was
if she
good.
heard that, she gets so mad. but yeah, no, but that's really the only date. And obviously we went on dates throughout our relationship and whatnot. But almost every single girl I've been with, we've never formally had a first date then hooked up. We've always hooked up and then gone out.
Yeah, I haven't really.
I've
had
never,
a couple of dates.
I've never met a girl and been like, "Hey, can I take you out?" and then gone out and then hooked up afterwards. I've always hooked up with them and then took them out.
I don't know. I mean, someone told me that their very first date, their brother went with them, and their brother and their brother and their friends went with them, and picked the movie they watched, and everything. She said they're still friends to this day. But how awkward would that be? You're on a date and your brother's there.
I think a movie is an awful first date idea anyway.
I think
Well,
so
yeah,
too.
because the first date's like a job interview.
Oh, it totally is.
Mm-hmm.
I remember not the first date, but I had a first date with this guy. We went to BW2s. We met. It was cool. We vibed.
BW2s?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
BW3s, you mean?
Well, I don't know, we call it Tuesday. Okay, BW3s if that's what you call it. Well, I call it BW2s.
BW, yeah.
It's 2. There's only 2 W's.
Okay, but it's called BW3s.
Why would it be called BW3s if there's 2 W's?
That's what it's called, right?
I've heard of BW2s, to be honest with you.
Wow.
You are
it's
wrong!
different. It's different up north.
I'm right. It is different up there. Someone else told me that they called it BW3s where they're from. But down in South, we call it BW2s.
Just like I call it pop.
And I'm 95% right.
Not pop soda.
I'm right 95% of the time. Anyways, back to the story.
Yeah, okay.
Soda.
No,
Anyways,
it's
so so we went there. We had whatever. The second date, we were supposed to have a dog. It was a dog play date. Okay, I should have known, right? So it was kind of cool though. I bring my dog over his house. We're hanging out. I'm sitting on the chair. Dude starts playing the song, starts singing to it, starts dancing for me, and then comes over to me and dances with me and starts making out with me. I was like, I have to sleep with him.
He sang to me.
He sang to me and danced. We were he got picked me grabbed me up off the chair and started romantically dancing with me in the living room while he was singing to me, and then started dancing on me. I was just like, we're going to have sex now. I mean, that was a second date, but but I mean,
date's a date.
we had a very good friendship after that. It was a very good understanding. We ate lunch together. We ate lunch with him every day, or every 2 days a week. You know what I'm talking about.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'll take your word for it.
who else
Yeah.
did we eat lunch with a bunch of times at Panera?
At Panera?
Yeah, never mind. You'll figure it out later in life. Anyways, and
Got
we
the
so
Fiji
After the
salads
show's over.
and the panini.
And
yeah,
tell her.
and then we would have. Well, then we'd be like, I'd be like, hey, are you going to class? He'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be done with class at this time. I'm like, okay. And then he would come over.
Ding, ding, ding,
We'd
ding.
have sex.
Got it.
He'd leave, and then the problem was at one point he told me he's like, yeah, I really want a girlfriend. I was like, I really don't want a boyfriend at all. And he was like, oh, okay. And then after that, we slowly stopped having sex as much on my behalf. I was just like,
Way to totally break his heart, Amber.
no, he didn't want to date me. No one wants to date me. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
I'm a hot best mag of bestness. I can't even speak.
What did you just?
Yeah,
A
exactly.
wasp nest bag
A hot
of
bag
mess,
of
nest,
messness.
nest.
Yeah, I'm not. No. That's why Valentine's Day is it's useless for me. I never have a Valentine's.
Are you gonna be like
Join
those
the club.
girls in that Valentine's Day movie? Like where you just sit around and you just like have lunch with each other. And
I
eat
said
dinner.
we should just have like a Valentine's Day party
We should.
and watch sappy movies and make fun of them.
Why can't we just watch
God.
porn?
We could watch porn too.
Okay, good.
No, watch a sappy movie and then watch porn, then watch another sappy movie, then watch porn.
So are we like jerking off with our tears?
That'd be pretty interesting. Can you make sure you Snapchat that, please? That'd be pretty funny.
22,000. You know I am. You know that shit's
I
gonna
had
snap.
6 Snapchats from you today.
I mean, don't judge.
6.
really bored,
Amber,
okay.
6. And 2 of them were the exact same.
It's not my fault if they
Like
duplicate.
what?
Wait, no. I cannot be blamed for duplicate snaps, right? I cannot be.
I don't care.
I
When I
cannot-
look at my phone and I see 6 notifications, I get excited and I'm like, shit, it's Amber's snaps.
And then you're like, and then you get excited
And then
all
you
over
yeah,
again.
and then you make my life better.
And then I give you positive affirmations in the morning. Tell me who else does that for you,
Those ones are the best.
aren't they?
And your little fake voice you got going on.
Hi, I hope you're having a great day.
Happy Tuesday,
I'm like, bitch, it's only Tuesday.
bitch. You don't even sound like that in real life. Get your man voice on, girl.
I'm like, shit.
No, it's true story though. It is true. I use my fake voice. Hey guys, when I'm masturbating on my Snapchat too, I'm like, this is so great. You're so good. Same fake voice. It's a fake voice.
God, I don't get the
No, I'm just okay.
This is our resident porn star, apparently.
Oh,
That little high voice.
that feels so good when I do it to myself.
It's like an anime porno.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Have you ever gone on a bad? Well, no, you've obviously never gone on a bad. Have you ever gone on a bad
I've gone
date?
on an awkward date.
Well, awkward date. Why?
I don't know.
Man.
We were friends, but I knew he wanted to be more than friends. Rest in peace. But
Oh, I remember him. Okay.
yeah. So and then I don't know. It was just really weird. Like the conversation was lacking, and I just wanted to get out of there, and I felt bad because I liked him as a friend.
He liked you so much too.
I know. And then I was like, I'll eat cheesecake. So this goes by faster.
Didn't he take you to Cheesecake Factory or something? Where did he take you? Somewhere nice.
I can't remember. I just remember I got cheesecake.
If I was a girl, I'd accept dates as much as possible.
I don't know.
Just so you could eat for free?
Hell yeah.
Okay, see, and then guys say that all the time. But if you're a woman and you get treated like you get treated like a lesser species by men often, you don't want to accept stuff like that because then you're like, first of all, what do they accept? Second, sorry, you're getting my feminist point of view right now. Second of all, I don't want a man to think he has to take care of me and pay my bills. I can do it myself. I'm going to put my leg up here just
But
so
as
everyone
a-
can see my boots.
There
There
finally.
it is. Yep, we've been waiting for that.
It's raining outside.
Okay, but
in
can I just make a statement as a man? Like, if you don't let us feel like we're taking care of things for you, like we don't feel good about ourselves.
I don't need a man to take care of me.
We
He should accept
know
that.
We know that you don't need-
We know
we
that.
know this,
all right?
but it makes us feel like that
yeah.
we're actually doing something that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, like my girl now, like I know she necessarily doesn't need me. Like I know that. But the fact like that you're like, hey babe, like can you open this for me? Or can you like do
It makes us feel
this?
wanted and needed.
Yeah, man.
Why can't you guys just please us sexually and that'd be it?
Right?
Well, we could say the same
We
thing to
can-
you guys.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I don't need you for anything.
But
We
you know
don't
what?
need
You're
you
better
guys
than
for
you're better than
anything
10
that is
women.
not true. That is not true. You do need us. Men are slobs. They
There's
do not
a-
clean up after themselves.
You need to come over to my apartment.
Can we
then.
get like a most? Because
Okay,
not all.
most men are slobs. They don't clean up after themselves, so they need a woman to pick up after them.
Because that's not me.
Yeah, you should come to my apartment.
Most men do not clean or cook very well.
You should come. I'll cook you
Well,
something.
I don't need to cook.
Listen, our Tinder love is over.
She's talking to you on that one,
Yeah,
bro.
that hurts.
Kate passed you on Tinder the other day.
Me?
I was like, that's weird. I still haven't passed. Yeah, I haven't passed you at all on Tinder.
I'm not on Tinder.
It was a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, then I would have been on Tinder.
Yeah, you were. It was you. She's like, look who this is. And I was like, that's funny.
That's cool. I would have passed her too.
I'm just saying, in all these months, I still haven't passed you, and she passed you. No, but anyways, yeah. But I mean, guys don't need girls. Women don't need men. Men don't need women. I just think that you shouldn't want us to want to need you. I don't want you to pay.
We don't want you to want to need us, but sometimes it's nice.
It's
when you guys
nice to
need
know
us.
that
just,
you
just
do.
the same when we come up to you and like, babe, I appreciate you. Thanks for making dinner tonight. I really appreciate it. That doesn't make you feel good?
Yeah. What man says that? What man did?
I say that.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Seriously.
My mom, I tell my mom all the time, I'm like, Mom, you're beautiful. Thank you for
That's
helping me out."
different. That's different. That's
Okay,
different.
okay. Even my girl, she made dinner the other night. I was like, yo, thank you for making dinner. I really appreciate it. Like that I'm sure that makes her feel good.
That makes her feel amazing if you really say it.
But that's your personality. It's certain guys that the majority of guys.
I don't say it all the time.
But it's very caring guys that do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will say the majority of girls are not as open about sex as you guys are.
Yeah, but okay, I will say that I do enjoy when a man elects to pay for dinner. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm not saying I respect him. Like, okay, cool. I just hate that and this is just this.
That society deems it that way?
No,
maybe?
okay, it deems it that way, that it has to be that way, because I'll pay my own bill if you want me to, whatever. Or that something is expected in return. Like a quid pro quo. Like, okay, so I bought dinner, so we either are making out, I'm getting a second date, you're going to touch my penis a little bit.
It shouldn't be that way. It's either you like me or you don't like me.
But it is like that, though. Guys assume, like, if I'm taking you out to dinner, if this is what's happening, something else is going to happen.
Then from a dude's perspective, they're vaginas, because it shouldn't be that way.
No, you know it's that way.
It's not that for me. It's not. If I take a girl, it's because I want to take you out. It's not because if I'm not vibing with you and I know you're not vibing with me, I don't really care.
Here's the way I see it. If a guy pays for the date, then it's a date. If it's halvesies, it's not a date. It's a meeting. It's a social gathering.
Oh,
that's really how we see it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I like on the first date, I'm like, all right, I want to pay for my own meal. The second date, you can pay for me. I don't know why. I just want to put that out there. Like, you're not getting something from me.
See, that's exactly what it is.
But we're gonna get something from you for asking you out.
No, I'm like expecting to.
Like, she feels if you pay for the first date, you think you're going to get something. Because that's usually how guys come across. Like, it's just like, oh, well, I paid for the date. Or, like, I have to, like, shake your hand or something at the end of the night.
That's a douchebag.
Yeah. I mean,
Straight
first
up a
of all,
douchebag.
if I take you out, like, I'm going to make sure you have a good time. And if you don't have a good time, then I don't feel like I deserve anything.
I'm not going to lie to
if
you.
I take you to Red Lobster, like, what dude thinks he deserves anything after taking a girl out to a date like that?
Okay, well, listen, I went on.
I know there's dudes like that, but if you're a dude like
or
that,
if you go to the
got
Outback,
problems.
or if you go to the Outback Steakhouse, I mean,
Which is a vegetarian.
I was 16 years old.
Doesn't even count as a date then.
Come on.
You're like 12. Anyways, listen.
No, I was 16. That's
I
4
know.
years older than 12.
Shut up.
So, I mean, you're
anyways,
wrong.
he shaved both
95% of the time.
He shaved both of his hairs off of his chin that night.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't have any hair on my chin. All I had was a mustache, okay? So...
Okay, so anyway, so I went on this date recently, and I'm probably a bad date. I'm not gonna lie. If I don't want to be out with the person, and I wasn't vibing the guy because he picks me up at my house where I already ate dinner, so I'm just like, okay, I want dessert. So I'm like, we could go wherever. He gets drinks, he gets food, he gets like wings or something, but he was dressed horribly. So I'm already like, check, no. Like, no, like there's nothing this guy can do to save himself. But I felt like I was being a dick right off the bat. So I was like, okay, I'll give him a minute. So I let him talk to me a little bit. He's going, we're talking, blah, blah, blah. He's intelligent. It's cute. And then he starts telling me like he just got out of a relationship. He literally just moved out of the girl. So I'm just like, we're not going to be on the same level at all. Like, whatever. And I hate how you're dressed. Like, I'm embarrassed that I'm in public with you and you're wearing plaid shorts. And it was no good. His outfit was no good. And I was like,
John Daly.
but I kept giving him a little bit more time. I was like, okay, he could do this. But me being me and a fat ass, I get like, when we go out to like get food, I get a huge molten lava cake at Applebee's and I freaking kill that thing. Like to the point where like, he's like, I'm like, oh, you want to bite? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. He took one. I was like, okay, give me your spoon now. Like I was like eating this.
Cut off.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is, and he's like, you want some of my wings? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm just like freaking like, I'm not kidding. It's like everywhere. I'm not attractive on this date, not in general, but in this date, I'm not very attractive at all. And like, he actually takes the chocolate molten lava cake away from me because I'm making such a pig out of myself. I don't really think that's why he took it away, but we're like having conversation. And then he's like, oh, let me move this over here. And I was just like, looked at it and I was like, bye. You were the best part of this date.
Like,
Yeah,
Thank
well then
you.
I
Bring
mean
back
then
my dessert.
exactly. Then he picks up the bill. Then we get back to my house and I know that he's expecting something because he turns off the car instead of just like opening his door and walking me or give me a hug bye. He turns off the car, so he thinks he's coming inside. So he gives me a hug and he's like, "God, it's such a good time with you." And I'm like, "What? I was okay." And he's like, "You're so sexy and hot." And then holds me really close and I'm just like, "Oh, well, it was a great night. I'll talk to you later." And then he texts me right away and he was like, "Oh, it was so nice seeing you."
God.
I was just like, "No, first you text me right away.
Thirsty mode?
Bad move."
It's thirsty mode.
Yeah, but that's
So
and
thirsty.
it was just the fact that you're sexy, you're so hot. Boy, I just killed a whole entire chocolate 1,200 calorie cake in front of you.
Maybe that turned him on.
Maybe he just got done working out. He's telling
Likes
me,
a
"I work
girl
out
who
every
can
day."
eat.
If it was Gabe, he
Likes a
would've been
girl who
turned
can
on.
eat.
I have chocolate running down my face. I'm like, "Let me get that, babe."
He wanted to lick it off for you. That might be a secret fetish. You don't know. Maybe.
Dude,
Could be.
I'm not kidding. I'm not I mean, sometimes when I go out, if I like the guy, then I'll be a little bit more
Ladylike.
ladylike. Yeah, because I'm a big boy. I'm not kidding. I can put it on and off. I can turn it on and off. But when I don't care, I got really drunk and was eating wings at the bar and I was hammered, so I was eating these wings. I swear to God, they're telling you weren't bad when you were eating the wings, but when you were licking the sauce off your fingers, they're like, it was so gross watching you. I'm in the middle of a crowded bar licking sauce. I'm like, mwah, just literally.
Maybe you turned him on.
There's
It's
no
so
way.
possible.
There's no
He's sitting there
way.
going, "I wish my penis were her fingers right now."
Yeah, I'm sucking on him. I'm getting under the nails.
He's just imagining what you could do later.
I mean,
It's possible.
Yeah.
It probably ran through his head like, "Oh
Maybe.
my God, what can this girl do with her tongue?"
I need to be very interested in the date because the guy was boring me. I was watching basketball the whole time because he wasn't keeping me my interest. Not that I would have paid attention to him anyway if basketball was on, but I was just like, is basketball on? You're cool. I don't know. It was all right. I don't know. I hate dating because I feel like everyone's fake on dates.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'd rather date a friend because you already know how they are. They're a douchebag or they're not a douchebag. You already know who they are, so you're like, I don't have to do. Every time I go on a date, I'm like, you are so fake. This is fake the whole time.
You're
so fake.
You're literally putting on, like you said, it's a job interview.
Yes.
It really
It's
is.
a job interview. So I know how I am when I go to job interviews. I'm political as hell.
Well, me,
I'm me, but I'm giving political answers that are neither
Politically
right.
correct.
Yeah, that are neither right or. But my mom taught I was taught how to interview. But when you go on a date, that's how it is.
Yeah, no. Well, on a date for guys, for me, I don't give a crap. I'm like, this is what I'm about. This is who I am.
Girls
Hi.
can do whatever they want.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a vagina, so
They-
you're still gonna talk
Pussy
to me.
equals power.
Yeah. So anyway, but I did go on a date. The date was really awesome. The guy was totally fake. He was cool. He's still cool. I still am friends with him. He was totally fake on the thing. I ended up blowing him after because he was so cool.
Of course you did.
He was so cool. I liked it. He was cool. Now I get text messages before it was "Hey, how's your day?" Now it's "You want to come suck my dick?" Those are the text messages I get. I'm just
Wow.
You put
can't
yourself
send that
in
as
that
the first
position.
text.
did I say I was mad about it? I didn't say I was mad about it. I'm just saying it's funny how it changed, how fake he was being until he realized how I was, and he's just oh, let me say this now. My response today was no, no, thank you. Maybe another or thanks for the offer. Maybe another time or something like that. Yeah, it's just that's how I always respond to him when he says stuff like that. Can you suck my dick? Yeah, well, but I wish and then my roommate was mad about that. She's like, that's so disrespectful. I'm like, that doesn't, she's like, you're laughing about it. I was like, I think it's hilarious.
There's some girls like that. That one girl from
I'm not laughing.
yeah. I mean, there's some girls that just like to be talked to like that.
No, that's not what it is. You know what? It's rude that you're looking at me like that while you're saying that. I hate the look on your face, by the way. But no, that's not what it is. It's not even that I like to be talked to that way. It's literally just I don't care. I would rather him say that to me, tell me what he wants, than hey, do you want to take a walk with me? Come over and take a walk with me.
Well, now you just sound like you're gay.
And possibly put it in your butt or something. No, guys do that all the time. Guys sugarcoat what they really want. So by us being girls, we're gonna sit there and be like, I really would just him rather be real. I'd rather you say, will you suck my dick, rather than, hey, do you want to come over and watch a movie or something?
Because then you get mad when we just watch a movie.
Oh, I told a guy, I was like, listen, he's like, I want to have sex, da-da-da. I was like, no, I'm not having sex right now. I'm on this little thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, and he's like, but I still want you to come over and cuddle and I want to kiss on you and blah, blah. And I go, That's all you want to do? Because I'm not coming over if that's not. And he's like, yeah, that's all I want to do. But I'm like, if you touch me, if like you can touch me, but like if you try doing anything with me, I'm getting up and leaving. Like you need to know that now. This is what's happening. And he's like, okay. So I go over there, start making out. He freaking starts trying. I was like, no. And then he starts jerking off. So I'm just laying in the bed. I'm just letting him jerk. I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't care. Like, I told you I wasn't touching you. So I just I'm whispering in his ear, dirty, dirty things. I'm kissing him. But it's not like I told you I wasn't doing anything. So you want to jerk off? I'll help you. I'm not touching you down there. Then he tries putting my head down there. I was like, I stopped. I was like, do you want me to leave? And he's like, no. And I was like, okay, I told you I wasn't doing that. So, and then he nutted all over his sheets. It was hilarious. But that's not, the guy's like, if he would have just been honest, because if he would have said, listen, I'm probably going to jerk off in the bed next to you. If he would have been honest with me or whatever, maybe I would have helped him a little bit something, but I'm not just going to freaking, I don't know. I would rather someone be honest.
Some guys aren't going to do that. I mean, I would say most guys aren't going to do that.
Because most girls are like, that's so disrespectful.
Exactly.
I think it's more...
How society deems the way you should be talked to, kind of.
I think it's more disrespectful to lie to me and act like you're interested in me.
But the thing is, most women like the cat and mouse game, though.
Yeah, you're 1 out of like 10
2,
girls.
That's 2. That's 2.
Okay, so 2 out of 10.
Regardless.
I would say more like 2 out of 100, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm just...
Think so?
I mean, I know that there's girls out there that want that whole I want to act like he likes me. No, I don't want you to act. I want you to act how it is. If you like me, if you're interested in me, say it. Say, hey, you're cool. I kind of just want to bang right now. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but don't tell me like I had a guy. We're friends. He's like, I like you so much. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, do you see this going any further? No. Okay, well, just be real about it. Like, don't act like. And then he's like, still. Well, why can't we hang out all the time? You just told me you didn't want anything more. Like, we'll bang when I get time to bang you, and we'll be friends on other levels. Like, I'm not going to take if you tell me how it is, I'll probably still have sex with you. I would rather keep my feelings out of it. If you tell me, like, if you're giving me all this shit, I'm definitely putting my feelings into it.
No.
And I feel like, I don't know. And then I was talking to my friend about, because we're talking about relationships. We go off on these little tangents. I don't know what we're talking about today. It's just Valentine's Day. But no, I was talking to my friend today about like relationships, and she's like, do you want to be in a relationship? I'm like, dude, I'm not looking for anything. Like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, when you don't look for it, that's when you find it.
I'm not. If I find it, it's great. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. If I end up being 35 and single, it's cool. I'll adopt some kids or something like that. I'm good with life. I don't need someone else. But she's like, so do you feel? And I was like, no, because I feel like everyone, that partner that you have for life is like, that person can make you better or make you horrible. And that's what I think, like, I was like, I've seen couples where, like, you see them flourish with each other. Like, they are the best they possibly could be, and it's because that other person is there supporting their dreams and everything all along the way. Those kind of couples, I think those couples are awesome. I completely would love to have something like that. But it's very hard to find. And then you see other couples that are completely toxic and tumultuous, and you watch them, and they
bring each other down.
It's more of that than the other.
Yep.
It's completely more of that than the other. So, and then you see these days like Valentine's Day where they over talk each other. Oh, they're the best, blah blah blah. But you guys hated each other 2 minutes ago, and you guys are like, it's just bullshit. And like Valentine's Day in general, and I'm just gonna give everyone a history lesson, has nothing to do with love. It was based on like it's not even like romantic love. It's based on sacrificial love, because Saint Valentine was this martyr that pretty much died for his love of Christ, for marrying people in a Christian setting and everything like that. And eventually it turned into this other thing, this romantic love. And, we corporatize everything and make everything, bullshit. We make
Cupid in the heart.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got it. Like, if you don't love someone every other day of the year, then freaking Valentine's Day is bullshit.
Thank you.
It's like, why all go out to eat and to the movies all at the same time?
Why should you set one day out of the year just to prove that you loved someone when you should be doing that 365 days out of the year?
Yeah, exactly. Like they say the 2 most common gifts on Valentine's Day are chocolates and flowers. Why aren't you bring her a rose every day? Bring her a rose once a week. Do something.
Chocolates and flowers.
You know what I did for you for Valentine's Day? I colored you a picture the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
What'd you do for me?
Welcome to my show.
You know what's funny?
That's where our friendship is.
No, but she's always my Valentine. I love her.
What'd you do for me?
I was at the store today getting
Nothing.
stuff for Bella.
She passed me on Tinder. That's what she did.
She passed you on Tinder.
That's what she did for Valentine's.
Don't judge me.
My
No.
Passed you on
Valentine is my
Tinder for
daughter.
sure.
Huh?
I said my Valentine is my daughter.
You lucky son of a. You have the hottest Valentine I've ever seen. No, my Valentine is, I guess, my roommate and myself, because I'm going to be having sex with myself that night. So do I get to count myself? I mean, that's what Valentine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be having sex with myself, so I'm my own Valentine.
Rosie Palm and her
This is
5
my
sisters.
this is my first
Paula
year in 3 years
Henderson?
actually
Mhm.
having like somebody to spend Valentine's Day with.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care, but
Yeah, I don't care. Hey, not to brag or anything, but you guys, you don't have anyone in Valentine? I do.
no, I was just saying, like, first time in 3
Whatever.
years.
Let me
Kinda
just tell
weird.
you that you asked me to be your Valentine before, and I said no. I declined.
When?
Like a month and a half ago. You're like, you want to be my Valentine? You were just like, I don't know. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want a Valentine. I don't want to celebrate. Because what I'm going to do is get really drunk on a bottle of wine and have sex with myself multiple times with my tears.
Well, I didn't know anybody.
Watching The Notebook.
Huh?
You don't work?
Well, you gotta think Amber's like my best female friend too, so like I didn't have any.
And then I'm wondering
have another
how
Valentine.
Honey Boo Boo's mom has a boyfriend and I don't. No, I was kidding. So pathetic.
Because you don't want one. You said.
I don't care what I get.
you have
Like,
multiple options.
huh?
Yeah, it's not like you don't have multiple options.
Oh no, it's not that I can't have a boyfriend. It's as I said before, if I
I'm saying for Valentine's.
oh yeah. I mean, but if I'd like, yeah, but the thing for me is, if I'm gonna
You
be
don't want anybody to take you out, wine and dine you, and like,
on Valentine's Day, absolutely not. I'm a
Why?
server. I already know the chaos they have to go through. No, thank you. The crappiest individuals come out to eat on Valentine's Day. The people that
Absolutely.
can't afford to eat any other time of year.
And
Exactly.
the tips suck.
And they suck because they can't afford to go out to eat, and they splurge because they feel like it's what they have to do. If you bought your woman candy or a flower some other time,
I wonder
during
how
the
busy
year,
Red Lobster will be.
or the Outback.
or the Outback. Yeah, how many
You know what?
vegetarians
Honestly,
will be
screw
there?
all of you. I'm 60.
Hey, normally I pick on Amber. I figured I'd pick on you this time.
Well, I
That's
had a guy
ridiculous.
just recently told me that he would take me to the Outback, and I looked at him and I'm like, no,
To the Outback.
to the Outback.
I work at the Competitors Steakhouse. Can we just get that? If you're gonna take me,
Like the last Valentine's Day I went to like one of the most expensive steakhouses in Cincinnati.
That's good. That's what you. I mean,
That's what you're supposed to do.
But you shouldn't do that on Valentine's Day.
And then the year before that, we went to the White House, which is like another.
Listen,
place.
you want to know what I want a guy to do for me for Valentine's Day? Bring me a bottle of wine. That's it.
Col-
That's the end of the story.
Color you a picture.
I was waiting for more. I was like, bring me a bottle of wine,
No, just
some
show up.
cheese and crackers.
No,
like,
just
what do we
buy
get
buy a
at?
new toy.
No.
Give me a tub of ice cream. I'm
Oh yeah, yes. Give me
Come
some
and
Molten
eat it
Lava
with
cake and
me.
wings to eat in front of you. We'll call it a night.
What about Godiva?
You're so sexy and hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's birth control time. Everyone, please remember to take your birth control.
So you don't get
impo-
pregnant.
Don't get pregnant. Anyways, yeah. So bad, good dates. What do you think is what is like the one gift that you would hate to get on Valentine's Day?
Chocolate.
roses.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear?
Chocolate, teddy bear, or flowers.
I mean, you're a guy though.
Chocolate roses.
Is it different? Like, is there something like
I don't expect shit on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
nothing at all?
Nothing.
Because society has put forth the fact that,
expect-
that the
I
guy's supposed
expect-
to do something for the girl, not
Excuse
vice
me.
versa.
I was reading Cosmo today because
I
I'm
expect the
a
best
girl.
sex ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Anyways,
That's all I expect.
because
That's what I expect.
do I look silly with my headset like this? Because my thing was here hurting my ears.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, but so I was reading Cosmo, and they gave girls suggestions for their boyfriends depending on how long they've been together. Thank you very much. Yeah, for you, you'd be getting like your favorite book or something right now because you're like
That'd
1
be
to
a
3
good
months.
gift.
That is a good gift. 3 to 6 months is like concert tickets. 1 to 3 years is like something of their favorite sports team or something.
That'd be cool.
And then after 3 years is like if he like is into cooking, like take him to like get him a cooking class or something. Yeah, so you should. Yeah, those are good ideas, right?
Those would be awesome.
I was reading to my brother, and he's like, "Those are cool ideas." I was like, "Heather, cooking classes for your boyfriend."
like tickets.
A new pool table.
See, the thing I hate, the gifts I hate are the self-serving gifts. Like, I don't care. Like, buy me lingerie any other time of year, but if you're buying me lingerie on Valentine's Day, that's not for me.
You're being selfish.
You're being selfish. That's not for me.
Actually, for not the last Valentine's Day, my ex and I were together. We actually went to a Knicks game. We went to a Knicks Pacers game.
Yeah, that's cool.
I took her to a steakhouse, and then we went to the Knicks Pacers game afterwards.
That's cool.
It was pretty fun.
Getting her lingerie is not cool.
No,
I mean,
It's overrated.
It's cool any other time of year, but it's not cool Valentine's Day or her birthday or Christmas because
Because she's not seeing her. What is
my
she
girl's
gonna
mom
do?
now offered to buy her lingerie for Valentine's Day.
See,
which I
that's
thought-
cool. Her mom can do it.
Yeah.
Her mom can do it because that's you
It's a
can't.
gift to you.
Yeah, it's a gift to you.
I know. I was like, she was like, no. She was like, that'd be weird. I'm like, that wouldn't be weird. That'd be fucking awesome. Like, you know.
Or the other one's like guys like on Valentine's Day taking you to a movie they really want to see.
That's so ridiculous.
or
Yeah.
or
I think movies in general on dates are so lame. Go to a date during the week when you're bored and you don't have
I will
anything
say
else to do.
the last Valentine's present I gave when I was married
Like,
was The Notebook on DVD.
that's a good movie.
did you watch it with her?
Yes, we watched it that night.
Did
You
you
like
get
that movie?
tissues?
Did I need tissues?
Did she jerk off with your tears? Sorry, I'm all about the jerking off with tears today. If you
Yeah.
get how.
I have a feeling that's something that you're gonna be doing.
Trying.
Jerking off with tears?
Maybe.
No.
That'd be too dry.
You have to cry for that. Dragons don't cry.
What?
I don't know. I was thinking that Skittles commercial where they have the dragon and it has like the Skittles. Shut up, I'm
That
sorry.
was such a high thought.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like if that was any high thought, that was it.
And
You know
there-
the dragon commercial with the Skittles coming out of its eye? Like, bro, taste the rainbow. It was so funny.
I could totally smell the colors.
Imagine if those were your tears though. You'd be jerking off all the time.
Wait,
With
why would I?
Skittles?
Wait a minute. Why would I be tearing up while I was jerking off?
This is definitely the most pointless tangent of all time.
Seriously.
It has officially become the most pointless.
Who
tangent
tears up
ever.
when they jerk off?
And
Seriously.
who talks about dragons tearing with Skittles? Who does that?
Amber does.
She does it. It's so ridiculous. It's
I'm
awesome.
sorry. Okay, back to real thoughts. Okay.
Next is gonna be like the Old Spice commercial where like all the like moms are singing and whatnot. Have you ever seen that one?
No, but I saw an Old Spice commercial like that had to deal with sex and it was hot and sexy. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait.
my God. Tell me. Tell me.
You guys,
I can't wait.
You're
I gotta
welcome.
know. I can't wait.
You're welcome because I just had a thought. Okay, so I was that's really a thought. So I was watching this show called Are You the One or whatever on MTV. Yeah,
No.
it's a stupid pointless show, but it's awesome, right? So you would appreciate this because it's just whatever. The girl is yelling at the guy and she's up in his face and she's like, "You don't even talk to me," because this is something a girl would do. "You don't even act like we're a couple in front of people, blah, blah, blah." The guy walks up to her before she's even done yelling at him and just kisses her hard as hell. Hard as hell. And I'm watching this and I literally get turned on. I'm like, oh, what? Did he what? And the guy's like, and he like is on the camera later. He's like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing." I'm like, "You certainly do, sir." And then he goes, and after he's done, not even to make it better, this had to be scripted because this could never happen in real life. He looks at everyone. He looks at her and he goes, "Now they know," and walks away. And he's like, "And she's going to follow me." 2 seconds later, after she got her heart from her, like the ground, she's like, walks right upstairs behind him and then starts making out with him. I was like, that'd be, guys, for future reference, that could be the hottest thing you could do. If we're yelling at you and mad at you and like it's not like super serious, like you didn't bang our best friend or something, like don't make out with me if you just got a blowjob or ate some girl's vagina. Anyways, but no, like, anyway, so like if we're yelling at you and you like hard kiss us, oh golly, I was like wet just watching it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, damn, that guy, let me meet him. Let me meet him. That would be what's up.
That's the problem with guys. They don't know how to deflect the situation.
Exactly. Yeah. You guys could save it. Like, that's why girls go for girls, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you because lesbians, like, I'm not saying I could ever date a girl because we're kind of crazy, but I mean, we're pretty good at getting ourselves out of shit. I mean, you have to admit, women are pretty dang good at getting ourselves out of shit.
Yeah.
Lying, cheating. Guys hardly ever know when a girl cheats. Why? Because
It's like the double standard we were talking about.
Yeah.
but it's not our fault that you guys aren't private investigators. If a girl wants to find something out, we're like freaking Magnum PI. We're like, hey, do you know who that is? We're like Sherlock Holmes. Is that better for you?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we're like Sherlock Holmes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, anyways, so yeah, but no, I feel like, yeah, that's...
You're like CSI investigators.
yeah, we really are.
You can you'll be like standing across the room and you'll see the one stray hair on our on our collar.
Or glitter,
Yeah.
how many times I've...
Or they call us out and they're like, "You're acting weird." And you're like, "What the hell are you talking
Although
about?"
my last girlfriend would pull that crap. She's like, "Whose hair is this?" I'm sitting there going, "My daughter's."
That's not awkward.
Then you're like, okay. No, but I've found glitter...
The worst words you can ever hear during an argument is after somebody's going on a tangent is, "Are you done?"
Yes.
No, that's never that. No,
It's like the worst thing you can. Like, that's like the worst.
calm down,
Calm down,
calm
chill
down,
out.
calm down,
Yeah.
chill out.
That's like, I'm gonna kill you.
For
Like,
future
now.
reference, if you're a man and
Yeah.
you're watching this show, never say calm down or chill out to a woman when she's heated. Ever.
I had that happen to me
No,
the other day.
no, like
Because
What
that
did
would
you
be
do?
but
the
if you're
rational
yelling
thing
at
to
me,
do.
Shh.
no,
He told me he was over it and walked away. Like, I went off. It was someone we worked with.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, you need to calm down. I was like, then I went to try to explain, like, if someone's upset, you don't sit there and tell them to calm down.
Yeah.
Or, like, chill out because it's gonna, and he's like, I'm over this. And then walked
I
away.
would have been like, you're not over this till I say we're over.
I
Oh my
was
gosh.
furious.
And a text message? Do not even tell me to calm down in a text message even more. That's even worse.
I wait for people to get done with their tangents. If I know I'm right, I'm just like, "Are you done?"
Yep.
I would punch you right in the nuts.
That's what I do.
Right in the nuts. A
But
and
I'm
B.
just a very arrogant, bodacious, facetious asshole. So that's just like how I am. But
I'd been like,
whatever.
yeah, I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore. And I would've got up and walked away.
Are you done? Because like I don't know.
Okay,
I
so
just don't-
this was
I don't
our
like
tangent
arguments.
today on relationships. Clearly, we're not in one, except together. We are in one together. I would leave anyone for her
Mm-hmm.
at any time. Anyways, Brandon is in something. Who knows what it is? I guess he's having sex a lot or something.
You act like that's like something new.
With one person, my bad. He's having sex a lot
There
with
we
one
go,
person.
there we go, there we
and
go,
it's
there
not
we
just
go.
himself.
Very true.
Da, da, da. Anyway, so that was our. We didn't give you any relationship advice. We could only talk about what we know, and what we know is just, I mean, the fun stuff and what not to do.
Yep.
So now it's tip of the week because we love to stick our tip in your week. Cherish, you got one?
Nope, just be safe. Have a happy Valentine's Day. You should stay home and not go out.
Don't nut inside her, nut on her face.
Yeah.
Gosh, my
She
girl won't let me
punches
do
you
that
ass
yet.
But not in the eye.
Not in the eye, yeah.
Not on purpose.
What?
Anyway.
Yeah. What's yours?
You know, it comes out at 22 miles an hour. That might hurt somebody.
Hey, continue. What's yours?
All right. Mine is something amazing happened the other day. So if you're girls, if like a guy's doing you from behind, like reach back and play with their balls. That feels amazing.
But you need to lick your hand before you
Yes,
do
that, and don't do it too hard.
it. Lightly, gently
Lightly,
touch.
gently touch. That's sensitive down there, bro.
And my tip of the week is find new places to have sex. Like we said, when you were young, dumb, and full of cum, you were all like having sex everywhere, doing it everywhere. Keep it exciting. Do it on a balcony. I mean, don't get in trouble. Don't
Mall
get
family
caught.
bathrooms.
I mean, don't get in trouble. Don't get caught. But I don't advocate for that, but definitely find new places to have sex. Enjoy your sex life. And Valentine's Day, maybe everyone else is going out to dinner. Maybe you're getting in the back seat of the movie theater. So I don't know what you're doing. Have a good time, though. Anyways, this has been Sexually Educated for this week, and my name is Amber Rose Bentley. I'm your host.
Cherish Monique.
And Brandon Storms.
See you next week. Have safe sex. Happy Valentine's Day.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.